Have you ever seen people eating dirt? Or people who chew and eat their hair? Have your children ever eaten paper or pencils? People who tend to eat non-food items such as dirt, stones, glass, hair, wood, cloth, etc., have pica syndrome. Pica disorder is a disorder in which a person tends to eat unusual and common non-food items. It is interesting to know that this behavior is not their own hand. Hello friends, I hope you are healthy. Today I am going to talk about the disease of pica syndrome or binge eating. If you are not yet a member of the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Pica is derived from the Latin word meaning raven or crow, and since this bird eats various things, or in other words, eats junk food, this disorder is named after this. Pica or binge eating is a disorder in which a person consumes things that are not food and do not even have nutritional value. A person with pica disorder tends to go to things like soil, plaster, paint, glue, hair, ice, metals, etc., which are strange in some way. Some of these substances are harmless, but a person suffering from this disease may eat toxic and dangerous substances that cause poisoning and even serious problems. What are the signs and symptoms of pica? In general, the symptoms of pica depend on the non-food substance that the disordered person eats and include the following: heartache, stomach upset. Pica patients generally eat alone and have intestinal problems. These people usually do not want to eat normal foods and have little appetite. These people are more withdrawn. Anger and aggression, depression, fear and anxiety are seen in these people. In many cases, blood is seen in their feces, which may be due to the wound caused by eating non-edible substances. Types of pica syndrome. The 6 most prominent types of pica syndrome include the following. Desire for hair. In this type of pica syndrome, a person has a strong tendency to chew their own and other people's hair. Tendency to chew glass objects. In this type of pica syndrome, a person has a strong desire to chew glass objects. Type of genophagy. This type of pica syndrome mainly occurs in children and pregnant women, and the person has a great desire to eat dirt and chalk. Pagophagia type. In this type of pica syndrome, a person suffers from iron deficiency and tends to eat very cold drinks or ice. Desire for starch and sugary substances. This type of pica syndrome mainly occurs in pregnant women and the person has a strong desire to eat starchy and sugary substances. Tendency to eat wood. In this type of pica syndrome, a person has a great desire to eat wooden objects such as paper and pencils. This type of syndrome occurs mostly in children. What complications does pica syndrome cause? It may cause intestinal obstruction in a person. The person's speech is disturbed. The person becomes distracted. The person's attention to the surroundings decreases. Parasitic infection occurs in a person. A person's dependence on others increases. The intellectual development of a person is disturbed. The person loses control of his movements. A brain injury occurs in a person. The person loses the ability to communicate with others. Treatment for pica disorder. After the doctor diagnoses that the person in question is suffering from pica or binge eating, according to the underlying factors related to the disease and his desire for non-edible substances, 2 types of treatment are often prescribed. Either treatment is done by drug treatments or psychotherapy is done on the person. I hope you enjoyed the video. To see more videos, please subscribe to the channel.